Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me? Let me know, let me know. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let's see if people are in the chat. Just trying this out. Alright, welcome everybody to the show. Now I'm gonna show you a freestyling and patet some spoken word as I do it with the code, and I'm gonna enhance the feeling like the weather is cold. You see, even though we're not in the same zone, my boy was an alien spinning from the states, and now I'm gonna bring an extra code to the plate. And maybe this might not make sense, and maybe the code in the freestyle is leaving you in suspense, but don't worry, this is another reference to the hip-hop, because you know this is how we gotta do the sentence. This is exclamation marks. This is how we get the spark. And I'm just spinning bars to just do my part. And even though we were far away, the music was dope. And now I'm going to add a layer to the hope, the layer to the lope, the layer like we're going to float on the boat. And this is just a sneak peek, so don't worry. All I'm trying to do is not get in a hurry. And even if my words don't make sense, and even if my work don't get tense, all I'm trying to do is make it on a lens. And this is just a cipher. This is just a preview. And now let's get the show. Let's get it on a roll. So sometimes during these ciphers, what I like to do is, if once the visuals and the code going, if you compelled to let me freestyle on any word, let me know, because it's a mix of freestyling, it's a mix of code. It's a joyful time, I like to call it. So let's get this started already. Frozen times, a dozen lines to tell you what is cold, to let you know that shivers that are within these bones. As this is what winter decides as it tones. Snow comes and goes, retaining it holds as it knows that it comes to play. It comes to freeze, it may disappear to come another day. For this is the cycle that we in Canada feel. For this is the pattern that can bend, quack or twist the alignment of your wheels. Make even the strongest metal like steel suppress, compress as winter contests to another sense as it suspends. Trying to be hard, trying to be harsh, trying to be tough, ironically trying to be smooth as frictionless being. Let us wonder in a frozen scenario that slips and falls will be all over no matter where you are seeing. Frozen times, a dozen lines to tell you what is cold, to let you know that shivers that are within these bones. As this is what winter decides as its tone. Icicles used in the city as an ice tray, filling up the frames to its liking, sometimes extra thick, ready to crack, other times willing to bend, waiting for the snowflakes to stack, like Lego pieces left by a kid, waiting for someone to slip, tires to skid. Tires to skid. But winter isn't all bad, right? Being able to skate, play hockey, being able to have an excuse for a spa trip, being able to play hide and go seek without the light, enjoying the delight of the Christmas music in the mall, reminiscing about the times before the New Year ball drops, and before you know you're already back in fall, hoping that your job or your schooling hasn't flopped. Frozen times, a dozen lines to tell you what is cold, to let you know that the shivers are within these bones, as this is what this winter has decided that it's its tone. So just had to heat it up a bit. Now, get a little warm up. Hope everyone liked those bars. Everyone likes the code a bit, cause now it's time to just rev it up a bit. And in the comments, if you have any suggestions, if you have any words, let me see those words fly. Cause the more words, the merrier. And I'm gonna try to incorporate it in this piece. Let's get something a little different now. Let's get some vibes going on. So I see some people said the word dope, the word 100, COVID-19. I got you. I got you. I got you. Let's heat this up a bit. Let's join it in. And if you're wondering what I'm using to code, I'm using a mix of this language called Hydra, Sonic Pi. That's how I do it. That's how it's done. If you have more questions, don't worry. I'm always down to chat. You can talk to me in the chats. This is a safe space. This is a space where we're all trying to enjoy, all trying to let our voice roll, all trying to let the voice stroll. All right. So, if you have more words, let me know. I know there's a slight delay. So I see the word sick, dope and COVID-19. Let's see what I got. So they're telling me to spit bars, telling me to spit clean in these times of COVID-19, but I'm a full of dog added with 11 cause sometimes they say lucky is the 7. So I'm trying to spit these lines, I'm trying to keep it dope. I'm trying to add another layer to the code of hope because we're trying to keep it float. We're trying to keep it afloat like we're going on a boat because we're going on a journey with the hurry. Yes, gotta keep the flow, gotta keep it clean. Everybody looking, but I gotta keep it seen because sometimes I'm insane as I go in the flow, but I'm trying to keep the aim because I'm trying to keep the sane. I'm trying to keep the lyrics patience to us, and even if I choke it don't matter cause every time I say this my brain just splatters and it goes to the point that it just go and scatter, and I'm gonna go a cooking cause I mix it in a batter and I'm trying to do everything. Yes, it's a platter, as you can tell. I really like food, so I try to keep it clean. So I try to keep it hood, and I try to keep it fluent, cause I'm trying to keep the doing. And it's like I'm spinning rhymes, but I'm actually spinning lines. And if you got more, you can add to the score. I'm looking at the chat. I need more words so I can add the adjectives, add them to the verbs, add them to the words so I keep them absurd. Like I'm going on the corner and I hit it with the curbs. And I'm smoking up, get it to the herbs. Don't really need it cause I came from the shrubs. And I'm doing anything cause I came from the hub. Hub to the grub cause we're trying to keep it plates. Plate cause I'm trying to keep it very heavyweight. And this is just a cipher cause I'm trying to keep it like I'm going. No, never needed to add to the wiper. Solidarity, that's the mentality. Everybody going, but we're trying to keep intensity. It's intense time, so we gotta keep the peace. The next word is gonna be unity. Cause I'm trying to do this, trying to shout out. We can't just fall due to a damn disease. So we're trying to keep it smooth, try to keep the ease, try to keep the level and keep it on the pedal. This is what we're doing and this is what we're fluent. And everybody going cause the words are just a growing. Place plant, get it on the tant. My mayor is Valerie Plant. She's doing a good job in this current scenario and everything X. So she's just a hero. Frontline workers working from the hospital to the grocery stores. I shout out to you and shout out to everything that you're trying to do. And even though the time seems like the damn blue, even the sky is blue and we look up every day. Even though I'm off, I'm trying to keep it play. And let's have some fun and let's keep it bright like the sun does every day. With the sunshine, with the word rhymes, we're getting on a different line, different times, different shine. Everybody looking and we're getting on a decline. This is just a beat, this is just a feat. This is what happens when you code on the street, code on the seat, code on the stream. Trying to make the two like it's on one seam. Yes, I got it flowing, and yes, I got it going. And like my birthday, yes, I gotta keep it snowing. Gotta keep a hold, cause I bite like a Scorpio. That's the horoscope, and now I'm going really dope, really flow. Like you talking elope, develop on the slope, develop on the hope. Get it with the rhymes and get it with the dimes. And now we're gonna take a pause, try to keep the cause, try to keep it flaws. Like I'm going on the pause. And if you get the reference, I might be talking Tiger King, but that's a whole third day for another sentence. Okay. Alright, keep them words going. Keep them words going. Let's try to let's get some words. Yu-Gi-Oh? Okay, I got something Yu-Gi-Oh. I got something for Yu-Gi-Oh. Just keep them words going. I like Yu-Gi-Oh though. That's nice. That was a good anime. Heart of the Cards. Let's get some more words going. So you said Yu-Gi-Oh. I got something for that. Yu-Gi-Oh, like I'm facing on the Kaiba. All I'm trying to do is just keep it on the cipher, and I'm trying to deal the cards, but I got it in the heart, cause anything I pick is just playing part. Like I'm going far, like I'm going to the stars, like I'm going to the planets, cause I keep it up afar. They don't know I'm trying to keep the peak, like I'm going to Mount Everest, just trying to speak. Just trying to make sure that I reach to another peak and reach to another level like I'm going on the feet. And even if I'm out of gas, I can't walk on my feet. I'm just gonna walk. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just doing everything to get to the top, even though the flow stop. Cause sometimes you just gotta keep going like you're just running and gotta keep the humming. Gotta keep it humming like the birds with the wings. Cause all we're trying to do is make sure life doesn't sting. Doesn't sting, doesn't sing, doesn't blink. All I'm trying to do is just go up, go and sling. Got it with the flow though. Shout out to community. Alright, let's see. Just finished watching the show Community. All I'm thinking is, how did they get the episode with the paintballs to look so clean? Cause sometimes they're trying to talk herd humidity, but now I'm speaking like I'm talking immunity. Even though I'm choking, I'm just got the spoken, and I'm just going top like I'm going with the Hoken. Hadouken like I'm going with Street Fighter, cause every line is trying to get brighter, trying to get brighter, trying to get it on like a lighter. Lighter with the bright lights, brighter with the bright side. All I'm trying to do is get my eye with a different eye. It's like they don't understand. It's like they just underplanned, overestimated, overestimated. All they're trying to do is get to the top, but they hesitated. But they just insist that they trying to go up and get the prince. So I decided to add some code. So I decided to add some hold. I'm trying to get it to make a new home so they get it on the zone like we're talking in the ozone. Alright, let's change this beat up for a bit. Let's change it up. Let's change it up. Let's change it up. Let's change it up. That, there's a little, whenever you're freestyling, sometimes it doesn't go as you plan, but that's how it is. That's how it is. Like, hate it or love it, that's the game. If you got more words, if you're enjoying the show, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me get some visuals for y'all too, though, cause I be doing this mostly from the top. Let's get some things going. Yeah. I got to change it. Shout out to 916. Shout out to, like, let me give some shout outs while I transition to a different beat. Shout out 916. I see you, Grace. Thanks, Nicholas. You're being support. Shout out to the homie Blackie Black. You know he never slacks. Shout out. And for if you're from Montreal, put where you're from. So I'm gonna try to do something, trying to give that hometown flavor. And if you're not from Montreal, put your city. Let's get some fun in this. Let's see what I can cook up for y'all. And shout out to also Alien from before. Shout out to Grace for hosting this. Shout out to everyone that's doing movements. During these times, we creatives, we gotta stick around. We gotta produce. Sometimes we don't gotta produce. And I'm just trying to do it for you. I'm just trying to have fun. I'm just hoping y'all enjoying this. Hip hop brings so many things. You know that line that, like, Biggie says, "I never knew hip hop would take me so far." Well, I never knew code hop could take me so far. But let's get this. Let's get this. Let's get this going. Let me change the visuals up a bit. And once again, if you're wondering what I'm using for the music, it's called Sonic Pi. If you're wondering what I'm using for the visuals, it's Hydra, made by Olivia Jack. You can check it out, all part of the live coding community. Just get some things going. Yeah, let's get these visuals. Alright. Anyone else? Any other cities before we restart this show and get it going? Alright, let's get back to some music. Alright, in this one, I'm gonna for the last bit, I'm gonna actually try to come up with like some songs. You guys are gonna help me. So it's gonna be like you're gonna see some poems written, some spoken word. Alright. To the land of the 450, Laval to the South Shore. But I rep my city, that 514. Uptown raised, with an east side bit, as I did live in a bit in a Hunsick. Going to the Green Line was such a trip. Going to the DC, cause that's my seed jib. DC to the Marvelous. If you don't get the reference, that's another thing. Reppin' with my piece from St. Henry, Orange Line. From HB to DG, going back around like I'm going to a CV. Stop at Normore, cause you know I had to get some orange julep, and on the side, add a little poutine with just a bit of gravy. Going to the peel cause I'm trying to get to the Eaton Center, trying to get the new feels in the sneaker, trying to go to Foot Locker but they just ran out. Sometimes they go but it's just knocked out. So I go to St. Catherine, maybe go to Peel Pub, maybe try to get some food, some extra grub. No, so I gotta go to the other side of the city. That's Cote de Nech, cause I'm on the hill. Or maybe just park, cause I'm trying to get a spark, trying to get the tam tams like I'm going on a Sunday. Or I go to the Recredome up in Laval, cause I'm just trying to play. This is just the city that I rep. This is just the city that is web. This is just a city like La Ronde, cause life is a roller coaster. And sometimes I'm just trying to bloster, blast, blast to the past, cause I used to live up near Outremont. You know, that is just another line, another time to the city, another tie to the blue. I see some South Shore reppin' 450 Longgate. You probably went to see Jep at Romont Petit, at Romont to eat, and now I'm going back cause I'm trying to get it eat. They had a dope food shop, but I forgot the name, and maybe it was just a claim. Maybe it was just a little cipher. I think I should get this beat just a bit sped up to the top, sped up to the love. Yeah, okay. Alright, so now just to like switch things up a bit, you can look at the visuals, and I'm just going to recite a poem that just goes with maybe the visuals, you know. So instead of letting the beat carry you, let the visuals carry you with the words. To be ready for the next round, or rather should I say the next rounds, as it knows what is going to go down, as it calmly but anxiously waits. Slight drips from more than just the sweat of anticipation. The mood fits the night, time, moon, as it sprays its feelings, its tendency onto us, the participants, glowing and radiant as the pressure builds inside, but carefully guided as this is not a sprint but a marathon, and the fun only begun, as the good parts have yet to arrive in full. They say too much sweets are bad for one, but indulgence isn't bad if it's not only what you want, but what you need, and feeling this dopamine rush is exactly the craving we get for engaging in this set of complex movements that will put each other to rest. Once it is finished, once it is completely in the mood of the ravage, as the curves provide an unpredictable ride, provides a random feeling. Poetic times, pathetic vibes. Are we just eating what we see from brewing of the herbs? Or are we just deciding for our own, deciding for our time to shine when we get to the throne, or do the aspects of life and its ability to overthrow? Come to light, come so bright, done so, maybe out of love, maybe out of spite, maybe out of sight, as they play tricks, cards shuffling out of sight, knowing the illusion will make the mind thick, make the mind roam from Vancouver to Rome, 'cause long journeys the timeline never sticks, always slips, as the Kool-Aid is always greater overpoured to be considered a sip. Okay. But before I switch things up again with what I've been doing lately, a morning inspirational type of vibe. How y'all feeling today though? How y'all feeling tonight? I think this is the last 4 or 5 minutes of the set that I have. And let me try to give some positivity. This is something that I wrote up, I think, this morning actually, and it's just part of this motivational thing I've been doing every day. A lot of entries. If you're interested, you can message me on my page. I can send some, and it goes like this: feeling what was released from the treasure box, igniting the sensation that feels like one is in a pleasure park. The ignition that started is a full-blown spark, sparking into a farm that has flotation, carrying your dreams, levering your hopes, as it brings together a union that proposes, bringing the best of both sides as well fit, well lit fusion as your steps add to the sound being composed. For this is the sight. You've been crowned as the canvas from the treasure, delivering the right sense of seriousness, playfulness, a well deserved humor, help rise the thought of the past, bring them into the present, to be presented to the future as the presence to the future. They say diamonds are built from pressure, but this one is built from the calmness. Pressure has been evacuated and erasure, as just like the sun, it provides some warmness. Birds singing to signify a new phase. Words tingling as they getting ready, as smiles are brimming across the face. Lingering to produce outcomes that are steady, as it is bigger, is the envelope of the dreams. Starts to begin as litter in heaps, as is glittering the scene as the patterns of triumph. Victory over the conquest. That was today contest, but not one of external rewards, but ones that's eternally be adored. Supported as they lead to the path towards the wishes of the mind, exploring the vast sea as if they were fishes of the kind, as the kindness spreads to the lines, as the lines are then spread to move with the elegance of tread, rising to the occasion as freshly made bread, for all to enjoy, for all to eat, for all to envision the tales of the feet that you desire that is deep in your wishing well, that is your thoughts. For when you go to sleep, as they burrow through the hole to see how it is to be in community and not be alone or be the soul, as it reconnects with the essence of the soul, as it becomes preciously whole. Yeah, I, yep. And I think my time is up for today. I hope you enjoyed this trip, this ride. Sometimes I think it's just time, good to get loose, good to be interactive. Thank y'all for enjoying this show, and hopefully next time I could come a little bit more prep and show you some of this flow. But thank you for being there for every step. Knockout out. This is Cofield Dro. And if you go to my page, you can find some more. Because just as you know, in Montreal, they say when it rains, it pours. But in Montreal, when it snows, there's more. And don't be worried, there's more to this. There's more to this list. And even if this is not considered hip hop and I made you piss, at least it gives you something to look forward to, even if you don't consider this a miss. Consider it a hit, consider it a slick. Because all you try to do is just try to go down and sit. This is another level, this is another decimal. As I'm trying to increase the decibels, maneuver. But now, I let go of the gas. I put the brakes on the pedal. And enjoy your dreams. Enjoy your night. And may your dreams lead to other streams. I'm out.